Hey, Johnny, mate, double trouble. Double trouble on the V8, mate. Unbelievable. We don't do V8s at the Prada Hospital. Well, not my Prada Hospital anyway. Let's have a look at this double trouble for all the people that have got a V8 or going to get one or thinking about getting one, or even the V6 and the 300. Eventually this will happen. Now, a lot of people have got a misconception. They think that, there's a problem with 1KDs or something like that. Look, the problem is the misunderstanding of common rail diesels, or any diesels, especially common rail diesels, because they're more common, funnily enough. So look, you can have a look here. The Butchers have been in here before. It's a 200 series, 08. It's done a bit over 200,000 Ks. And you can just see there was some stuck injectors. Apparently they took a couple of days to get them out. This works. The vehicle has been previously butchered. Now it's getting fixed up. You know, the old, it's been sent to the wreckers slowly over the years, and then, you know, slowly we fix it up. Well, that's what's happening here at the other Prada Hospital, but we're not going to talk about that because they're busy as well, and we're not trying to get any more work, just trying to help you understand that if you buy a V8, it is double trouble, because you've got double as many injectors, you've got twice as many fuel pipes, and see, it's not all straight in the middle here, nice and easy to get to. Yeah, it makes 1KDs look easy, okay? There's heaps of stuff in the way. 2 people have been working on this all day, and you know what? It's not even half done, and haven't even really got into the manifold, and that's going to be pretty disgusting. So don't think there's a problem with 1KDs. Just understand diesels, EGR systems, common rail injectors, seating washers, they need to be changed. Look at all this. Look at all these marks where they've been, I don't know what they've been trying to do, you know, trying to get stuck injectors out, but we'll just, anyway, whatever. So in the V8, as you can see, there's some gearing and timing chain arrangement, so it's different to the 1KD. There's no timing belt there, so a little bit lower on the maintenance at that end. But what it means is, okay, you don't have to do that maintenance, but eventually when you do, you've just got this massive $10,000 bill of maintenance, okay? So just think about that before you grab your 200 series. And of course, you'll be paying more fuel to run it as well. So just sharing some info here, just some thoughts, get you thinking. What I'm gonna do, so these washers, they are certainly not genuine washers on the bottom of these injectors. They look copper in colour, but we're not sure if they are copper or brass. We're just going to check that out. Yes, the brass is intrinsically hard, so let's just give it a squash in the vise. And if it's copper, it's going to squash down. It's going to leave marks in it quite easily. Go and take it out. Let's. I think it is copper. All right. Yeah, you can see the marks in it already, right there. It's definitely copper. It's just they're thicker. They're thicker than the ones for the 1KD. Here's the new injector and the new washer in the bag. A little bit thicker than the 1KD ones. I believe they're the same as the 1GD washers. They're a little bit thicker. All right, over this side now. Unbelievable. Okay, so what we got here is, if you can, I don't know if you can see from here. I could see from standing back there, but the heads of the bolts on the return line, they are even roughed up. But the return line at the back here on the head, that one in the middle of the picture there, you know, I mean, on the 1KD, that's meant to be 13 Newton meters. We haven't looked up, it's not fresh in my mind, so but it's thereabouts. It's going to be around about the same, you know, the clamps, the return line, it's all going to be very similar sort of specifications. At the moment, we can't get it undone, and what did you say, estimating it at 50 Newton meters? So we're going to try and get that one undone. So did you put all the bolts back in? Okay, so what happened? All right, so basically you'd think you could just take them out one by one, which is what happened, but then that one there was twisting the whole pipe. So he's put the bolts back in the return line and to try and get this undone. Let's see what happens, mate. All right, here we go. Let's see how tight it is. Oh my God, we've seen the biceps on this unit. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, like I said, you know, no diesel with a exhaust gas recirculation, EGR system, is going to be immune to all this caking up. Yeah, exhaust gas recirculation. The cleaner it's running, so what happens is the injectors get old and flogged. It's not running clean like it should be. You're getting even more of this soot than you should. And it's just a combination problem. It just gets worse and worse, snowballing. Literally like a snowball, but it's called a soot ball. And all I'm gonna say at this end of things is, can you imagine the work involved? The amount of work already just to get you to the injectors it's massive. So this is more, in my opinion, this is more than double a 1KD injector job, labour side. It's more than double. It could go 3 times, you know, look, I suppose if you're doing the manifold on a 1KD, double that. Yeah, that's right. So 1KD with a manifold, double it. Because, I mean, just look at the work involved to get the rest of this. If you're going to get all that off, to clean it up properly, it's just phenomenal the amount of work. So when you want to own these, the newer the vehicle, kind of the harder they are to work on, the more technologically advanced, the more injectors, the more pollution controls, DPFs and EGRs and all that sort of thing. That's why I say, you know, 1KD lasts to the best, because at the end of the day, we've got a solution for all those couple of little problems. You know, you change your injectors regularly. A lot of people put that plate with a 7mm hole. That works really well. It's like 10, 12 bucks or something. And happy days, you know. And if you need an engine in the end, if you're the one in 10,000 or 1 in 20,000 people, you know, not an engine, it's not the end of the world, you know, especially if everyone's in that crack piston fund and they made a contribution, because there's many ways we can help people out. Anyway, look, I don't know, it's just nasty looking here. All right, so in my opinion, we're just having a bit of a look around here, but in my opinion, this is a little bit to do with what vehicles you should own and buy. It's still stick with the last of the best. If you definitely need a new vehicle, I think the Prado's a lot better value for money. It does the job. The transmission software, the power and the torque is acceptable. I'm not saying, you know, in some ways it's better than the 1KD. There's pros and cons of every engine. It's certainly a good setup now since the remap in 2020. So it is acceptable. It's got a long warranty. If you must get a new vehicle, I think the Prado's much better value for money than a 300 series. I think it looks a lot better too. Took a while for them to get the Prado right, but it really looks nice at the front compared to the 300. It's a lot cheaper. It's going to be cheaper to run. It's going to be cheaper to service. If you have any problems, you're going to let, you know, a V8 or a V6, you've just got double of everything in general. So it's just going to really cost you further down the track. And you might think, oh, well, I'm going to sell it then. That's fine. But you just put someone else in that position. So the person that can't afford the first ownership, the second or third owners, they're the ones that can't afford the maintenance. So if you're a second or third owner, it's really time to think about whether you want to own something like this. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what else we can tell you here. Big job. We're out of here. Thanks for watching. Bada bing. Subscribe, like, and catch you on the next one.
All right, this is a normal washer for the return, and this was on the other side for the return.
Has that got a bit broken off? Is that just a normal washer? Is there a bit broken? So it's not even broken. It's just
the other half's there.
They've just put a white. Let it go. Drop it down. Yeah, that's just a washer. Bloody butchers, mate. Who worked on this? So there's the other half, and you can see how thin it is. So this here is not the other half of one of those. It's just a washer. That is ridiculous. These butchers. Lucky it didn't leak, because these are like a very soft material. I wouldn't even be surprised if that was copper underneath this sort of thing and it's got a coating over it. That's a metal washer. Unbelievable. Mate, what's all the moaning and groaning, mate? You got the big biceps. Mate. You've been moaning and groaning for minutes, mate. Oh, there you go, made it. Wow, look at that, eh? Oh, you didn't tell me about the broken bolts yet either. What's going on there? So the butchers that worked on it last, they over-tightened. That bolt snapped off in the head there. Just one, or is there more?
One.
Just the one, lucky. At least it's easier to access up the top instead of down the bottom. Oh, they busted plenty of other stuff too, yeah. They're good, yeah, okay. All right, that's it, guys. Like, too much fun going on here. Like I said, that's it. Catch you on the next one. Bada bing, bada boom, all right?